Previously on the Sheltowee Trace. Okay, here we go. The journey begins. 333 miles on the Sheltowee Trace. Let's go. Well, I am in the middle of Moorhead. I finally made it to Cave Run Lake. I'm back on the road. Red River Gorge. That is fantastic. It's gonna be a late one. It just started hurting again really bad. Well, I just had a huge letdown. Getting ready to cross the Kentucky River here in a few minutes. Today is starting off much better than yesterday. Oh, it feels horrible. Ah, the aroma. Ah, the shin pain. It's a little slow going today. It's very frustrating because I know I can do so many more miles. Eating the last of my food. Oh my goodness, is that a sight for sore eyes? I still got a long night ahead of me. I-75 means a gas station. I'm gonna buy a bag of ice and put it on my ankles. Good morning, day 6. I think it's day 6. I swear I'm losing track of time here. Thursday, November 7th. Oh my, I look rough. I feel rough. I am nursing an injury to my right ankle still, that outside ligament, and then on my left, the Achilles. I mean, they are hurting so bad. And I bought all the Advil, ibuprofen they had at the gas station last night at I-75. So I'm getting by, trying to dose them 2 pills every 2 hours. That seems to be enough to keep hiking. If I didn't have them, I'd have to quit. The pain is too bad. And now it's starting to sprinkle. I don't think it's sprinkling hard enough to don the raincoat and the rain kilt yet, but getting there. Well, we got at least make 30 miles today, so let's get moving. Well, I ended up not filming anything today just because it was pouring down rain on me all day. I was able to still get 30 miles in. I was hoping to do more, but it was a slow start. Just because it was very technical hiking and I was hurting really bad. But I started feeling a lot better and I picked up the pace quite a bit the final half of the day. So I'm in my tent, I'm all set up here at Holly Bay Campground, and I'm taking off my shoes and I want to show you my toe. I have never experienced anything like that. That is out of this world disgusting. The toenail, I don't know if you can tell. The lighting's bad, I know. Trying to get the focus on it a little better. That is disgusting. It's like a giant blister. I don't even feel any pain. The toenail head, the toenail is completely, now it lost focus again, raised up on top of that big boil full of fluid. So I'm gonna have to pop that and rewrap it. That is not gonna be fun. Yuck. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that doesn't hurt. Well, I'm scared to look at the other foot now. But, you know, hiking in the rain all day, that's what happens to your feet, man. They're all pruned up. Pretty nasty. Hopefully they'll get dried out tonight. There's what we got going on with the other foot. It has a disgusting, can't get the light right. It's got a disgusting blister on it. It is starting to heal, but being wet all day didn't help it. Oh, I hope I get these things dried out and ready for another wet day tomorrow, I'm sure. What a grand view this morning. Day 7 on the Sheltowee Trace. Friday, November 8th. So there's my view right now. And behind me, you have not seen this before. The camera does just not pick up how grand this is. Looks like another clear day. I see the sun coming. Let's get rolling. Well, it's about noon on Friday, November 8th, and it has been some technical hiking along the Cumberland River. Really tough. It's been rough on my ankles. And this is the day that I am trying to make up some time with a minimum 40 miles. And this was not the kind of hiking I was hoping for. I was hoping for some more easy, less technical hiking, because it is really slowing me down and making my ankles and feet sore. But man, I can't believe how low the Cumberland River is. The drought is really showing up. I mean, it looks normal here if you don't know what it normally looks like, but you can see here how full it usually is when it floods. I mean, look, that's 25 feet high. All that debris stacked up there. And on downriver about 10 miles, I mean, there's no water moving at all. And you can see banks, dry banks on both sides. All right. Sorry I haven't been filming a whole lot. I'm just trying to make up some ground because I've got to get out of here Sunday night before midnight, because I want to complete it in 8 days and under 24 hours. So 8 days, 20 hours, something like that. That's my goal. So I got to keep on the move and do 3 days of 40 plus miles to get it. I wish I had time to stop and film more of this. But if you've never been on any of the Sheltowee Trace, this is a lot of what you get along the way. Massive, massive rock outcroppings and boulders and mountain cliff sides. It's pretty amazing. A lot of massive boulders on this river. Much different than many of the rivers I went kayaking on. All right, we're almost to Cumberland Falls. Less than a mile. Well, I gotta say, that was a rough 20 miles. Well, at least 14 or 15 of it from Laurel Dam. But we are here at Cumberland Falls, and I'm gonna take a 10-minute break and rest my weary knees and eat some lunch. Let's go take a look at this. Looks like there used to be a viewing platform out here that was washed away. Still a pretty good roar. I expected to see more of a purr, considering how low the water levels are everywhere. But I was here, about a year and a half ago and flew the drone with one of my buddies here at the falls. I'll throw a little piece of that footage up right now. Unfortunately, I can't stick around very long, just to rest for a few minutes and hit the trail again, because my day is only half over. I got another 20 miles I gotta get in.
Well, okay, everybody. Here we are at the Colonel's house. We are going to embark on a 260-mile drive south to meet YouTube celebrity Jason Wish while he is currently doing his Sheltowee Trace through hike for the fastest known time, FKT, and he's walking south toward Tennessee. I've been following him all week, along with many of his close friends and family and followers. So being that it is a self-supported FKT, when we do find him, we cannot, I'd love to, but I cannot offer him a meal, probably not even a bottle of water. I mean, he is on his own. I can only offer moral support, which David and I are going to give abundantly. So hopefully we can pick him back up. I know he's been dragging. I've talked to Kristen, and you know, I've texted Jason a few times, and I know he's worn down. He got a second wind yesterday, and he was feeling really good. And I know today, from speaking with his wife, that he's kind of lagging a little bit. So we're going to go lift his spirits, give him a little motivational boost, a little morale lifter. I'm putting my last item that I am going to bring in the truck. I'm sure Jason will be happy to see this. Here we are, it's 1 a.m. We are at the Valero, somewhere in Kentucky. This is the non-support vehicle for the Sheltowee Trace through hiker Jason Wish. Oh, there he is, Mr. David. Go, go, he says. Jason, go, go.
Somewhere around here we're gonna find you.
You'll be easier to find than a Bigfoot, I promise you that. 1:23 a.m. We are at the Missionary Baptist Church.
So we're just gonna put a sign that says "Don't shoot, we're Baptists."
Yeah,
We should be safe.
we're. I mean, is there?
Yeah, and then hopefully we catch
Yeah.
Jason as he passes in front of us, and we're not just snoozing.
I brought the net. We can
2.5 hours we can sleep, but we better be up at 4 when Jason gets up.
possibly, but
That's
I'm
his-
thinking today is the day he'll sleep
That's
until
his pattern,
6:30,
man. He could be up at
7.
3. This could be the 3 o'clock morning.
Yeah, we could technically miss him. I don't know if
Yes.
I should just use the truck to block the trail.
It's true. I'm gonna jump out and run.
Yeah.
Jason!
You know, he is camping literally, what would we say, 2 miles, a mile and a half,
Might get less, yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
even
mile.
less than, yeah, it could be a mile or less even just down the road. You know, and he's right inside the woods
Yes.
off the trail.
But we're
And
gonna honor his sleep, and the temptation to go bother him right now is kind of overwhelming.
doing the Bigfoot whoops, rock throws, and tree knocks is,
Fireworks.
I really am wanting to do that. I'm trying to restrain myself. I did bring the Osable River air horn, so we'll see if we can't work that in. 4:08 a.m. David and I are starting to stir. It is a balmy 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Jason has not stirred yet. We're waiting for movement on the inReach before we decide to start heading his way.
Good morning. It is 5 a.m. I'm losing track of the days. I think it's Saturday, November 9. So I'm hoping to get out here tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen, especially because of the events that are taking place right at this very moment. Two fellas from Bell Fountain, my hometown, drove 5 hours down here and slept at a church down the road to intercept me on the trail. You are not going to believe this. None other than the Colonel. Ow! And David Ty. How did you get away without milking the cows, man?
All right, they'll milk themselves.
Good stuff, man. Well, it was great seeing you guys. It actually has uplifted me a little bit. I think I'm gonna hit the trail at about 3.5 miles an hour now.
That's what we were hoping.
All right.
We want to get you going, get the air horn. We forgot the cowbell.
All right, no more dilly-dallying. It's time to hit the trail and get this thing done.
What a hero here, Iron Man.
55 dogs in the last 320 miles.
There's trailer park dogs, yep. So I don't know why he's wearing his headlamp on his head. He should clearly have it strapped to his chest so people thought he was Iron Man coming down the trail. But there he is nonetheless. We're thankful that we got to meet up with him and see him for a few minutes.
It was perfect timing.
And boy,
Yeah, a nice
Wishing
road
the-
walk to boot.
Yeah, we got lucky. A nice road walk, and but wishing the best and hope he crushes this FKT.
So I still can't believe that my two buddies drove 5 hours from Ohio to visit me and walk on the trail with me for 1 mile. Well, actually it was a road walk, so it worked out perfect. I camped pretty close to Flat Rock trailhead, and they drove in the middle of the night and actually spooked me on the road, and I had no idea who it was. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, so like I said earlier, this is day 8, November 9, and I've been walking along the South Fork of the Cumberland River, I think is what it's called. This trail is nice. Check this out. I mean, perfect, easy walking. I've been able to fly through here for the most part. I wish I felt good enough to run. I did jog a little bit, maybe a quarter mile or a half mile. That's about it. I still got to take it easy on my ankles and an Achilles tendon. They're still pretty darn sore. It's preventing me from going full bore. I feel like I still have the stamina and energy to go faster. It just hurts. Anyway, I got started a little late today because I didn't roll into Flat Rock trailhead till 10:30 last night. I've never been so tired in my life. I think the last 2 miles I was walking like 1 mile an hour, just trying to find a flat spot to set up my tent. And it was so cold. It got down to 23 degrees last night, so I was awakened many times because of the cold. But I was so tired last night, I could barely even text. I was sending a message out to my buddy to post on the Facebook site, and I had to close one eye so I could see my phone straight. I mean, I literally was seeing cross-eyed. I could not read my phone with both eyes open. I've never had that happen before. All right, well, it looks like today's gonna be a good day again. We got blue sky. It's a little cool, probably still just below freezing, but that doesn't bother me. We got to put in some high miles again today, and today we're going to be tackling the reroute onto the Kentucky Trail. We're going to be there in about 2 hours, so that'll be interesting. See how that goes. I'm a little worried that I'm not going to make my Sunday night deadline by midnight. I'm going to try, but I think that'd be 2 days over 40 miles. I just don't think I'm capable of doing it at this point. But I'm still going to give it my all. If I have to stay in the woods and one more night, Sunday night, and come out Monday morning, so be it. I got to be safe and take care of my body. I failed to mention that last night, right after I got my tent set up, it was probably 11 o'clock. A lady walked up to me with a flashlight and said, "Hey, Jason." And it kind of startled me because I didn't expect to see anybody. But it was someone following me from the Sheltowee Trace Association Facebook page. I think she said she was part of the AWOL Facebook group that does hiking or hikes this trail. So I'm sure I'll find out your name eventually, but I'm sorry I forget. But thank you so much for the trail magic. It was a real blessing. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm still walking along the South Fork of the Cumberland River. I don't think it's the North Fork, I think it's the South Fork. I keep forgetting. Anyway, when I show you this, you will not believe how low the levels are. I'm almost to where the water is normally. Wait till you see this. All right, there's the normal water's edge right there where that tree is. Can you believe that? It's gotta be 25 feet down. And it's like this everywhere. I just never had a good spot to come down here and show you. Wow, I wonder where all this water went. I mean, was the drought that bad in Kentucky? My goodness. Well, I finally made it to Yamakra, and guess who came and met me here again? The Colonel and David. Where'd he go? They decorated the sign for me.
We're Jason groupies.
Some nice leftover pumpkins.
Beautiful trail. Mesmerizing, tranquilizing, all those good words Jason always uses. Here we are. We're back on the trail. We caught up with YouTube celebrity Jason Wish, and he is setting the pace. And he is whipping 2 inexperienced hikers. We're back here riding his coattails. So he is right there in front of David, moving through the woods. I had a bug stuck in my teeth a minute ago. We were going so fast. So here we go. He ain't out yet, folks.
I don't feel like putting my hands on those poles for another minute today. I'm taking a little break. I am absolutely exhausted. I gotta say, today, well, just the last 2 hours, is the first time on this trip that I can't wait for it to be over. And I know why I feel that way. It's because I'm running on 3.5 hours of sleep. I only think of it might have been close to 4, but more like 3.5. I've been eating my calories. I've probably eaten, almost 4,000 calories today already. It's 4:30 and I'm only on mile 25. I think I'm just gonna go till 7 or 8 tonight and make sure I get a good night's sleep. That'll change everything tomorrow. And then put another big day of 40 in, and obviously finish it up on Monday morning, day 9. Well, day 9 will be complete tomorrow. It'll be day 9 and some change. So that's the plan. And to make things worse, the blister on my right foot has gotten, I mean, it was popped. All the skin died around it, and I had to cut it out, put padding in there, Leukotape in there. It's just been killing me. There's nothing I can do about that. I just got to walk with it and deal with it. It's trying to heal, but, you know, it's not going to heal completely until I get off this trail. This trail is beating me up today. My goodness. And it's not that it was a technical trail. It was a pretty easy trail today. It's just I'm beat down. I can see it in my face, my eyes. I look like I've aged in 1 week since I've been out here. Man alive. All right, we got at least try to go a couple more miles. There's a lot of daylight left. It's a pretty stellar view right there. Not many colors left. Everything's pretty much fallen or brown. So way down there is that bridge that crosses the South Fork of the Cumberland River. I was there about an hour ago. Pretty soon that brilliant sunshine is going to go behind the hill, and it's going to be cold and dark. So we better get moving. Oh my gosh. I feel like just setting my tent up right there and going to sleep. Today is Sunday, November 10th, day 9. Actually, day 9 doesn't start for another 3 hours. 5:33 or 5:35 would be the end of day 8. So it's only 2:20 right now. So I want to get packed up and be on the trail at 3 a.m. I want to get over 40 miles in a day. I have to. I need to make it to Bandy Creek. That's where my wife is going to stop and visit me tonight at about 9 or 10 p.m. She has a cabin. I was supposed to be out today and stay at the cabin with my wife for 2 nights. So she's going to be there by herself for the first night. So I'm hoping that I can finish this thing up by tomorrow noon and enjoy relaxing, staying in the cabin with my wife in Big South Fork. All right, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, packed up, and hit the trail hard today. Would you look at that? Beautiful red glow. That is lovely. Been hiking in the dark for 3 hours, and this is gonna be a welcome change. Things felt pretty bleak for me this morning. It all started with being on the trail at 3 a.m., hiking in the dark for 4 hours on these relentless hills that never ended, and they were at a slant, and it was driving my ankle crazy. I was about ready to give up, but I couldn't because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And I'll tell you one thing, it feels so good to have that Kentucky trail section done. I'm sure a lot of it is beautiful. A lot of it I missed because it was dark. I mean, I could see the stuff behind me. The trail takes you by things like this all the time. But there comes a point when I've seen all of those I want to see, and I'm trying to make time now. So I just want the easiest, quickest route. Well, the easiest, quickest trail. It's going to get me to the end. Because I'm excited to see my wife tonight. I want to see her at Bandy Creek at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whenever I roll in there. I got a long way to go. We're only like 2.5 miles away from the state line. That feels like quite an accomplishment to finish Kentucky off, and knowing that I just have whatever it is, 40 some miles left in Tennessee, 50 maybe. So we're getting near the end. And coming up next here in about 2 miles is Hemlock Grove Campground, and then less than 4 miles is Great Meadows, Hemlock Picnic Area, and then Great Meadows Campground, which is where I stayed when I was attempting my 100-mile challenge going northbound from Burnt Mill Bridge. And I only made it like 50 some miles because of some heat rashes on my feet. So when I get to that point, which is only going to be about an hour from now, it's going to feel like visiting an old friend, kind of. I'm going to be back in familiar territory. I'll know exactly what I got coming and what I got to deal with, and that makes me feel optimistic right there. You guys see that over there? A picnic table and a shelter house across Raccoon Creek here. This is an important location because right here, right here where I stand, I'm an end-to-ender. My gosh, I don't know why I'm getting emotional about it. I know I haven't finished yet, but this is where I quit the 100-mile challenge back in September. I'll put it up here in the cards if you're interested in seeing that one. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a take 2 on that one. It's a crazy feeling. I can't explain it. So I've officially done the entire Sheltowee Trace. But now, let's officially finish this thing in one through hike. I think I got less than 50 miles to go. Next stop up, Cherry Creek Lodge to get some food. I hope some food because I'm out, and then Bandy Creek to see my wife tonight around 9 or 10 o'clock. If I can make it, my body is beat up. All right, I'm ready to get moving. Woo. Pretty nice. A nice warm breeze to boot. Looks a little different in the fall, late fall. I was here in September, everything was nice and green. I'm not taking another step until I eat lunch, so we're gonna And unfortunately I have to cook, so I gotta boil some water. I'm all out of snack food and I'm starving to death, so we're gonna take a 20-minute break up here and enjoy the view. There goes my wifey. She stopped for a little visit at Bandy Creek Campground. Man, I wish I was going with her to stay in that cabin. Sounds a lot better than setting up the old duplex in the cold right now. But here's my spot. We're gonna make it happen right here. Today was my biggest hiking day in my life. I was on the trail at 3 a.m. trying to finish up the portion of the Kentucky Trail reroute. And then I pushed all the way to Bandy Creek. And I didn't get here till 10:45, maybe 11 o'clock. A long, long day of hiking. 46.5 miles. But I wanted to do that because this sets me up for a fairly easy day tomorrow of only 23 to 25, something like that. And I should be able to crank that out in 8 hours, I'm hoping. And finish this thing up between 10 and noon tomorrow morning to get the new FKT. Alright, it's almost midnight now and I need my beauty sleep, so good night. It is Monday, 2:30 a.m. and that means it's time to get on the trail and finish this through hike. I'm putting some Leuco tape and gauze on one of my it's not infected, but one of my really bad blister areas. There's like blisters forming where a blister was. It's pretty nasty. I'll show you here in a second. But as soon as I finish up breakfast and my coffee, we'll get the tent broke down and get on the trail and officially finish the Sheltowee Trace. I'm very excited. I'm very tired. I got 1 hour and 45 minutes of sleep last night. This morning, not last night. So it's going to be a rough day. Let's get to it. My other foot looks great. This one, I mean, that is just sick. See those two white spots at the top? Those are new blisters that formed under the original blister. So it's right where you put pressure on your foot and push off. It's like raw and gooey. And then I cut that dead skin away. And I don't know if that was a good idea. Maybe I should have left it there. Man, this one hurts. So I already popped some ibuprofen. We're gonna tape this thing up, give her a shot. We almost have a full moon to guide my way to the finish line. Here we go, 3:15 on November 11. Getting ready to hit the trail to finish this thing up. It's going to be the end of day 9 here in about 2 hours. So anything after that is going to be added to day 9. So I want to get out of here by noon at the very latest. We're almost halfway through the day. Well, not quite. Just about 11 miles in. Getting ready to cross the bridge over Big South Fork. I think it's called the Leatherford Ford Bridge. I'm not sure. I know the Leatherford Ford Bridge is probably the one back there at Leatherford Ford, but this is the next one up like 2 miles down the trail. I'm trying to jog as much as possible to make sure I get there in time. I'm wanting to finish by 11:30 at the latest, noon at the very latest. And I'm just so beat on 2 hours of sleep. This is really hard, so I'm just trying to make sure I always go over 3 miles an hour. And then when I am able to run, I try to go about 4.5. Pretty spectacular view. No time to stop. I just passed a sign back there that said Burnt Mill Bridge. 5 miles. That was about a half mile ago. 4.5 miles to go. just a little over an hour because I plan to jog some. There's a lot of downhill. I am so ready to get out of the woods. So ready for this to be over. It feels like I've been out here for a month and went 1,000 miles. Man. It was so difficult. I am so excited that it is finally coming to an end. All right, I'm gonna get running. We'll see you at the end. I lied, I'm back one more time. I was just thinking about what it's gonna feel like when I walk out into the trailhead and see my wife. And know that it's officially over. Oh my goodness. Every time I think about it, I start getting emotional, so I don't know what to expect on how I'm gonna feel when I get out there. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna break down. I don't know if it's gonna be my wife, maybe one other person, or if it's gonna be 20 people there. I have no idea what to expect. Either way, it's cool with me. I'm just ready to get out, back to normal life. All right, we got some more downhills here. Time to run. I do believe I'm getting ready to pop off the trail here in a minute and end my thru hike. There it is, guys. Getting ready to come off the trace right now. There's my wife. I made it. There it is.
Stand by the thing.
Oh, well, hold on, let me get this focus in here. 11:30. I finished in 9 days, 5 hours, and 57 minutes. That doesn't take into account the daylight savings time change while I was on trail. So it could be off an hour one way or the other. Oh my gosh. I made it out. What's this?
Look.
I hiked the whole entire trace. This is all I got was a lousy t-shirt. Yes, hallelujah.
Rita, you didn't see it.
I crushed the FKT on the Sheltowee Trace and all I got was a Oh, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. I'm so glad to be out. Whew. Right there's the finish where I just exited the trace. And to celebrate, I got a bottle of bubbly called Barefoot Bubbly. I feel like I ran the trace barefooted. Holy cow. All right. I still can't catch my breath. I'm dying of thirst, I'm starving. I kind of let my water and food intake go the last 45 minutes or so. Woo! All right. 333 miles on the Sheltowee Trace is complete. It feels so awesome. I'm so glad to be off. First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for sticking by my side the whole time. I relied on him so much. He was my strength and my rock and my constant companion, and I could not have made it through here without him at my side. Next, I want to thank my wife for being supportive of this crazy idea of hiking this far and this fast and trying for an FKT. I never thought I'd be successful at it. and it was close. I barely got it, but there's 14 extra miles added to the trail this year. So beating the old FKT time with an additional 14 miles, it feels like a great accomplishment. Finally, I want to thank everybody for watching and follow me on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much. And those of you who watched on MapShare, you wouldn't believe how much it kept me motivated. The encouraging comments that were being put out there on Facebook, even though I couldn't get on and check Facebook myself, I was getting texts every now and then from my buddies saying that a lot of people were cheering me on. So thank you so much for the motivation. It really kept me going. I don't know if I could have finished it without you. I felt like quitting many times. I'm so glad I stuck through to the end, because I would have regretted it the rest of my life if I would have quit. Well, this wraps it up. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, eat some good food, and go to bed. I just finished this thing on an hour and 45 minutes of sleep and ran a third of the 24 miles to complete this. I don't know how it was humanly possible. Everyone, thank you so much for watching and following along on my crazy adventure. Until next time, I am Jason Wish, thru hiker and FKT holder of the Sheltowee Trace, wishing you a great time on your next adventure.